Y'all, happy Friday. Hey guys, so we eating some Raisin Canes in the car. I didn't get food there because I just didn't. I'm gonna eat with my man tonight. So this Naya food, I told her, hey good food, hey cousin. She normally order a 3-piece. I told her I was gonna for real. I told her I was gonna order her. She could give me one of the tenders. Y'all see my face breaking out.
It's good, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
They like spicy a little.
Yeah, that is good.
You want some hot sauce? I got some.
It's okay.
To put in your car.
I got hot sauce up here, girl.
But this the good one, the Louisiana.
Who said Louisiana hot sauce is good?
It is.
Texas Pete is good. Hey, Brianna.
Texas Pete is playing.
So,
I have a couple of hot sauces that's better than that.
y'all eat Raisin Canes. Good food. You got a Raisin Canes over there. In Texas, girl. I didn't know the volume was down. Talking about hot sauce. Girl, I got hot sauce. Right here. Hey, Real Spill. How you doing? Happy Friday, y'all.
They got multiple Raisin Canes in Texas.
How you know? You ain't never been to Texas?
But I think that's where it came from.
Hey, Mark. Hey, Gamma. What y'all doing? What y'all up to? I miss y'all over here. Y'all know I've been on TikTok, honey. I've been on TikTok trying to get me some coins over there.
I'm going to give you some bread. Make sure you don't eat it all.
Girl.
Here you go.
You should have been gave me this bread. Give it to me.
Here. Mom, I can't reach it.
Put it in my hand. I'm driving.
I can't. The plate is here.
Lord have mercy. Child. I thought I wouldn't get no bread. She gonna give me some bread. Girl, you should have gave me the bread with my chicken.
You still got it.
It don't matter. I'm talking about when you first handed me my chicken. I might want to make me a little sandwich or something. But yeah, y'all. So I've been on TikTok building me a community over there and creating a space for myself on TikTok. Y'all, my car, I don't know what I done did to this car. Cliff talking about you just get in that car and drive like a typical woman. So if y'all hear something, if my car is sounding a little loud, I need to take it and get some maintenance work did on it. I don't know, probably need an oil change. Cliff done got mad with me. I posted a video. He done got mad with me because I went and bought a used tire. But I was not paying them $200 for no tire. So I was like, yeah, put a used tire on them. And that's one of them little tricks you do when you know your man gonna come through. I was like, yeah, just give me the used tire. Cliff was like, what? He on the phone, y'all. He like, a used tire? I said, yeah. I'm not paying no $200 for no tire. That man said $168. I said, what? $168? Sir, put a used one on there. He was like, I can't believe you. The bread, what?
The bread tastes like bread.
Yeah, like regular bread. They didn't toast it this time.
They toasted this one.
Oh, did they? Yeah, mine really ain't toasted.
Yeah, I know.
Mark said that's average price. Mark, $168 for a tire? I said, oh no. I'm good on that. I ran over something while I was working. I had picked this passenger up, and when I turned in his neighborhood, I heard it when whatever I hit, It was like a little piece of metal in the road or whatever, really small, like it wasn't nothing that I could have saw and avoided. And so I ran it over, and immediately when he got in the car, I kept hearing it clicking up against the road. So I looked at my tire pressure light on my car, and I was losing pressure. So I was trying to make it. I just immediately started praying. I'm like, God, let me make it to a tire shop, like, please. So I put it in my navigation light on my car, and it was one probably like a couple of miles, like 2 miles, maybe 2.5 miles or something. So I made it there, and that's when the man was like, oh yeah, we don't sell used tires, but we do new ones. And I was like, honey, Cliff was like, tell him to put your donut on. So they put the donut on. This one I went to the next one and was like, put a used one on there, thank you. So I got some new tires at home, y'all. Naya seen them. Naya put them in the house for me. They got delivered today. Hey Tanya, hey sis, hey Tyree. Gamma said, I can't stand no flat. Girl, yes.
I'm finna sleep.
Mark said those prices drop on the brand. Oh, on the brands to the end of the tire. Yeah, because Cliff always get me Goodyear tires. When I tell y'all he was so mad with me, I'm like, boy, if you don't get out my face about that tire, I do not want to hear about no damn tire. I don't. He talking about, I can't believe you. I said, honey, if I'm ever in a situation and I need to get out of it, I'm gonna go and do what I gotta do. Like, sir, put a used tire on there and get me the hell up out of here. Shoot, forget that. Little girl, here, get this drink. Here. Hey, Saret. I ain't even see you come in, sis. Well, Gamma, this the thing. Put y'all on real quick, cause y'all said 600 to 800 for a brand new set. Cliff normally buy them for me on Amazon, and then he purchased like a set of, a whole set on Amazon, and then he'll go take it to the tire shop and get them put on or whatever, or Walmart. So I don't know. I can't say. I don't think he ever paid $600 or $800 for them. Now I have seen him pay anywhere maybe between 4 and 5, but not 6 or 8. Thug G said, put your my seatbelt on. Since you love writing tickets, I know I got it on. It's tucked like under me. I know this not the right way to wear it, y'all, but me and Naya was trying to make content, so that's when I had did that or whatever. I had put it like under my arm so I could turn around and lean in the back seat and we was making some videos. Excuse me. Real Spill said I paid $348 for 4 new tires at Walmart. Right, that's why I said maybe between like 4 and 5 or whatever. I saw him pay, but not no 600 or 800. Y'all must be buying tires for a truck. I don't know. Mark said, but again, depends on the brand of the tires. Okay. Yeah, 4 to 5 is what I pay for a new set. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, he was too mad with me. He was like, all you do is just get in that car and go. Sir, what you want me to do? You want me to get under this hood? Let me know. I mean, like, what you want me to do? If I feel like, if I sense something is wrong with the car, then I'm going to either call you or take it to the shop. But if you think when I come out the house every day, I'm under the hood of this car checking for shit, I'm not. No, I'm not. I get in it, I crank it up, and then I go. That's what I'm doing. Some tires last longer than others too. Yeah, that's true too, because like I said, the ones that I got on there now, Mark, they Goodyear tires, and these have, These have honestly been on here since last June. And then now my car's shaking and doing something, so it might be from that tire. But anywho, enough about the tires, because I got some new ones now. So hopefully they'll get put on tomorrow or Sunday. Because I do a lot of driving, a whole lot of driving. Real Spill said, I done blew up too many motors. That taught me well. Real Spill, oh, don't make me feel like that. Because that's what Cliff said. He was like, all right, you're going to get enough for just getting in that car and going. But like I said, if I hear something or I sense something is off with my car, then I'll look into it or I'll tell him. But for the most part, I just get in the car and go on. Yes, you used to could get a used tire for $25 or $30. I missed it. Them were the good days. Hey, cousin. Mark, Cliff gonna take it. So I ain't gonna take it. Cliff gonna take it, but you right about that. Real Spill said not anymore. That's why I buy new tires. Yeah, I guess that's why he was so upset and so worked up. I'm like, Cliff, calm down. Calm down.
So, Mom, what you want to try when we get home?
I don't know. I'm gonna see. Naya just been worrying me to go to Sam to find these viral ice creams. Can y'all hit the thumbs up for me? I would appreciate it. Y'all, we're gonna go live on TikTok in 1 hour with Real and Raw Conversation. I know y'all are YouTubers. I know y'all YouTubers. Y'all don't really be on TikTok like that. But if you are on TikTok, make sure you add me on TikTok. Where Mama at? I need a good laugh. She at home. Y'all gonna get to see her. I know it sounds like a long time, but y'all gonna get to see her for the 4th of July. I'ma stream that entire day because she is hosting 4th of July at her house. She normally do that, you know. That's what she normally do every year. So she gonna do it again this year. And I said I'm gonna go live on YouTube and just stay on. I did it last year too. And the video got like a lot of views. I think I got like 16,000 views on that video. People just enjoyed like seeing family hanging out, you know, and having a good time. But I didn't get paid for it because it was music playing in the background. Hey, Big Cat, what's going on? I need to add you. I love TikTok. I love TikTok too. It's just more flexible. Like you can do a little bit more over there, like the playing the music and stuff like that. But look, Real Speed, you know why I'm over there. I'm over there so I can get me some TikTok coins or whatever. Not all about the money. Y'all know I'm big on like building community and making connections too or whatever. So I do a lot of teaching over there. So it's way different from like when I come over here and go live and talk to y'all, I just hop on just to chat with y'all or whatever. And I do more of like lifestyle content over here. When I be live over there, I be doing like a lot of teaching, content tips, stuff like that, viral strategies. I just go live to share what I know because I feel like those lives do really well over there. And you really could go live doing whatever, but you got to build a community for that. Like it's people who be on there dancing, it's people who be on there doing hair, you know, just makeup, different stuff or whatever. You have to build a community. So I notice for me, when I'm sharing knowledge and dropping gems, like it's like people just gravitate to me for that. So I feel like that's my niche on that platform. So that's what I do. Tyrese said you can get a ball tire for $25 to $30. You and Tanya got the link up and get another viral skit in. I know, Mark. I thought about Tanya today because I had reshared one of our old videos, and I actually was gonna call her, but I got busy, y'all. I picked up a passenger And he got in the car so excited, and that had threw me off or whatever. So he got in the car really hype and excited. He might see this video because he followed me. But he was like, "How you doing, young lady?" I was like, "I'm good." He was like, "I'm doing good. It's the summertime." He was like, "And I'm a teacher, so you know what that mean?" And I said, "Yeah, I know what that mean." I said, "I got a lot of teachers in my family, so I get it." Y'all, such a small world. He just talking to me. He was like, "You from here?" I was like, "No." And he was like, "So how long you been in the city or whatever?" And I said, like 8 years. Mind you, I don't live downtown Atlanta. I live on the outskirts. And I said, probably about 8 years or whatever. And he said, "Okay, where you from?" I told him where I was from. I said, "You know what it said?" He said, "Yeah, I know what it said." He said, I said, "Yeah, it's just a small town, you know." And he said, "Yeah, but I know where it said." I said, "Yeah, a lot of people don't." And so I said, "What do you teach?" And he said, "English." And he was like, "For 12th grade." And I said, "Oh, okay." And the area that I picked him up in was the area that my dad was a district principal over. And so I was just kind of putting two and two together, and I'm like, 12th grade English. I'm like, so he teach at the high school. You know, my dad was a district principal for this county. So I just asked him, I was like, "You probably know my dad." And he was like, "What's his name?" or whatever. And I said, "He was the district principal." And as soon as I said he was the district principal, because my dad retired in December, he was like, "Such and such." And he called his name out. And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "That's your daddy," or whatever. So that had threw me off or whatever, because it was right around that time that I was like, I need to call Tanya, because we need to get some content in or whatever, because I didn't want to do no skit like a skit like what we normally do or whatever. I want us to start doing the old or whatever. So I was thinking about her, and then I picked that passenger up, and it just, and I'm like, so when you just brought that up, I was like, dang, I was thinking about Tanya today, and I was gonna actually reach out. But yeah, I was like, it's a small world. But the man was just telling me, like, "Girl, your dad is a genius." He was like, he is a, you need to really get under him and let him mentor you and, you know, train you up and stuff like that. And then you can share that knowledge with your kids and stuff. So I said, it's definitely a small world, because who would have known? Atlanta is so big, y'all. And again, I'm not from up here. My hometown is like an hour and 30 minutes from up here. So I wouldn't even be thinking that I would have ran into somebody, you know, that knew my dad. Let's see what Tanya said. "Girl, don't get sick up in here. You better let that window."
Okay, let the window down.
Because I ain't got time. I picked up a sick passenger yesterday. Child, that blew me. Y'all, I really be having to be like, God, like, I be fighting the air, because anybody that know me, I'm not a germaphobe, I promise. But I don't want nobody around me that's sick. I don't, unless it's my kids. Shoot. I don't care about my kids, because I'm their mom. To nurture them, I have to, you know, like, nurture them back to health. But I want nobody around me sick. I don't. And unless it's my niece or my nephew, that's it. Put it in the oven thing when you get home. Oh, it's just be like a tender. And so anywho, I picked this lady up. Soon as she got in my car, I told my sister, I don't know how that got past me. Y'all know I'm an overthinker. Soon as she got in my car, she was like, "My head is freaking pounding. Oh my God, my head is hurting me so bad." She was like, "Oh, I just feel weird." Baby, immediately my damn antennas went up. I was like, and she was like, "Can I let this window down?" I was like, "Oh yeah, go ahead." I'm thinking in my head, damn, yeah, let the window down. Yes, let it down. So when she asked me, because she let the window down, I went on and let mine down too. Girl, you done got up in here talking about you don't feel good, your head pounding. Y'all know the first thing we think about when somebody say their head hurt. Y'all know. And so reason I said I be like punching the air, because I be like, one thing about me, y'all, I just said this on a live with me and April last Friday, because April made an opinion. Y'all know we always disagree to agree or whatever, or agree to disagree, however you want to say it. April made a statement and said, if you grown, it ain't your job to be worried about another grown person and this and that. And I said, well, sis, I have to disagree or whatever. I said, because I feel like God put us all here to help each other. And I was like, one thing that I stand on and I firmly believe is being a servant. You know, I was like, I don't care what it is, I'ma serve. I don't care what it is, y'all. If I see somebody that need help and I can help them, I'm going to serve. I'ma do that. I don't care how big up I get. I don't care how many followers I get. I don't care what social media take me. I don't care. Let me not say if. Let me say when. I don't care when I become a millionaire. I'm gonna serve. Okay, I'm gonna find a way to serve. You know, and I was just telling her that that's how I view that or whatever. And so that's why I'm telling y'all, I be like punching the air, because I'm like, oh, like, you know darn well, you know how I feel about having sick people around me. And I told my sister, I don't even know how that ride got past me. I tell y'all all the time that I be declining them rides if they going to the hospital, or if it say hospital drive, decline. I can't pick you up. I gotta go home to my kids. Hey nephew, look at my nephew in here. I done talked you up. I just said unless in my niece or nephew sick. But anyways, y'all, yeah, like I be declining them rides or whatever, because I gotta make it back home to my kids or whatever, and I gotta make it back out to work. Y'all know, like I work, I hustle, so I don't want to get sick. I don't want to be around nobody to get me sick. But yeah, I will punch in the air, because I was like, God, you know. And that's how God works. That's how he operate. Like, he'll have you doing some stuff. No, I'm not going no faster. I'm going just like I'm going. One thing about Naya, boy, don't you come out here on that scooter. I hate to flip you now. Now I'm gonna stop and check on you, but don't come out here on that scooter. One thing about Naya, she gonna ask you to do something, and when you do that, she gonna ask you to do something else, and when you do that, she gonna ask you to do something else. Non-stop. But yeah, that's how God operate. And especially when you be praying for patience, how I be praying for patience or whatever, he'll have you serving and doing stuff that you don't even want to do, that you know you don't want to do or whatever, but you will be doing it. I was like, and then the ride was like 20 minutes. So my sister called me and she was like, girl, you got your windows down? Because she know I don't be riding with the windows down. And I said, yeah, girl, my passenger, you know, I should say it in a nice way, because I didn't want to make the lady feel uncomfortable. So I said, yeah, girl, my passenger don't feel good, and I'm trying to get her to the hospital. And so my sister just didn't ask me no more questions, because my sisters, they know me. So my sister already knew. Like, she said, yeah, when you said you were trying to get your passenger to the hospital, I already knew what was up. Yeah, like, I ain't got time for that. Hold on, Naya. I gotta let these windows up, y'all, because as soon as I pull up at home, the mosquito just be like, I said, they must know I'm juicy, honey, because, baby, Naya said, what? They must know I'm juicy, and they want some of this blood, because they be like, oh, yeah, honey, go on. You had a door open for 2 seconds. They just come flying in. Let me see what y'all said. I'm back, had a call. Okay, Good Food said, hey, chat.
I say bring my food in, okay?
Real Spill said, I be around the sick daily, but I can say in this time, the man around has kept me covered. That's so good. That is so good. And that's what I always be saying too, like, just ask God to keep you covered. You know, ask God to keep you covered. But girl, you know, when you an overthinker, sometimes your brain get the best of you. See, y'all, I had my seatbelt on. I just got it tucked. Just got it tucked under. I was sitting on my porch, and baby, them mosquitoes was attacking. Yes, you can't even sit outside without. I got a mark right here. It's right there. And then I had, you know, it's summertime, so I was wearing, where is it? Right there. I was wearing spaghetti strap shirts or whatever, and got bit on my shoulder. And this right here, I don't know if this is from this braiding hair or if that's a mosquito. And right there. Child, hey Marie, how you doing? You want some attention, baby? I guess I'm assuming. I ain't even gonna oh, you said hi. Okay, because you said that twice, so I don't know, you know. I got jury duty coming up, and Lord knows I don't got time for that. I know that's right, good food. Are y'all running real? Yes, we are. We are in 1 hour. They so little you can't see them. Yeah, they are, but they itch bad. I'm like this, you know. I'm like, they gonna think I got something or whatever, the way I'm scratching these mosquito bites. Let me see what Tanya had said. I missed it. Tanya said, I told you my granddaughter here. I gotta, okay, Tanya, text me. Text me, honey, because you know, your sister is job free. I was gonna wait to tell y'all in the video, but hey, since we're all gathered here, I just tell y'all now. But yeah, text me. My schedule is back open, and I haven't heard from the other job, so, and I'm not calling them. I'm not. Yeah, I'm just not. I'm just gonna wait. When they call me, then I go, but I ain't calling. When I tell y'all this week has been so peaceful, this has been a peaceful week. Working on my own time, like I'm used to doing. Let's see. I spray while they're in the car. Oh, Tanya. Yeah, I don't even be want to make them feel no kind of way. But when she went to saying that, and then her daughter got in the car, she was like, my daughter coming, and the daughter got in the car, and the daughter was like, yeah, mom started not feeling good, and we called the ambulance. So it was that type of sick. This one no little cough, you know, or something, or whatever. She was like, yeah, we called the ambulance, but mom just said she'll tell them not to come, and she's gonna get an Uber. And God just sent me on over there. Go pick them up. Okay. Boy, I'm like, all right. But yeah, she was like, yeah, so we just got an Uber, but I could see that I started to see discoloration in her face, and I'm like, get them to this damn hospital. What, Pooh?
When are you getting it off the line?
I'm about to get out, girl. I mean, I'm about to get off. I got 2 minutes. It's gonna be 30 minutes. Real Spill said they bite hard. Yeah, they do.
I need you to take a picture of this.
What Shannon say? Where's Shannon at? I ain't even see my sis come up in here. Oh, okay, there she go, under my nephew. Tell your mom I said hi, TJ. She sent me a video of you that I said I was gonna post. Y'all, my nephew, honey, him and my niece. This is my brother's son that's on here. But my niece, my sister's daughter, y'all, them kids, they like my biggest supporters. I always tell them that one thing they gonna do is watch their auntie. His mama always send me videos of him in his room. He had me on his TV. It'd be so funny. She'd be like, girl, I heard your voice. She be in her room and she'll hear my voice. She was like, I heard your voice. She was like, girl, why your nephew in there got you on the TV? That's why when I be telling y'all, I know I cut the fool in my skits. I know I do, or whatever. I know that I be carrying on, but it's fake. And I have told my niece and my nephew that it's fake. Even when I go to the schools, I tell the kids at the school that it's fake. But that's why y'all don't see me doing the real drama. I don't entertain it. I don't want to be put in the middle of nothing. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because of, I know that I have like kids that be on my platform from when I go into the schools and speak. My nephew, my niece, my kids don't watch me, so I ain't worried about them. They some haters. But yeah, my kids do not watch me, but I know that I have other children that do or whatever. And I don't care about how other adults see me or whatever, you know, or how they view me, but I care. I truly care about how these children see me and how they view me and, you know, what light they see me in. So That's why when people be saying, Ambrielle be so unbothered, she don't be entertained, she don't be responding. And I'm not. Like, I'm not. I told them this morning on TikTok Live, I remember when people kept saying I was boring when I first started content creation, and they kept saying, she's so boring, don't nobody want to listen to her, and this and that. And the reason I was sharing that with them is because I was telling this lady on there, she told me she had just got started with her content. And I said, let me share something with you. I said, despite what people say, keep going. I was like, you're in the beginning stages of your journey, your content journey. I said, I don't care what they say about you. I said, you keep going. You keep pushing. Trying to get some light in here, y'all. Oh. But I was like, I don't care what people say about you. I said, block out that outside noise and you keep pushing. You keep going. You fulfill your purpose. You know what I'm saying? You walk in your assignment boldly or whatever. Do what God has called you to do or whatever. I said, because when I started being a content creator, I said, girl, people called me boring all the time. They said, don't nobody want to listen to me. Ain't nobody gonna listen to me. And I said, here I am now with over 500,000 followers collectively, organically. You know, I ain't bought not one follower, not one. Like, I got this out the mud, baby. You know, going live, doing my skits with Tanya. You know, that's why I always give her flowers and her credit, because she's a huge part to my success. You know, she played a huge part in my success or whatever. So you just can't listen to people or whatever. Let them say what they gonna say. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta always remember they ain't signing no check for you. And that's my motto. Like, that's how I feel. That's how I'm gonna continue to feel. And that's how I turn that one off. But you know, like, that's my view on that. That's my standpoint on that. Y'all name ain't on none of my checks. When them deposits hit every month, and now I get paid on TikTok every week. When I get them weekly deposits on Wednesday, and when I get paid on TikTok on the 15th, and these other platforms on the 21st, now Instagram, they be paying me like on the 17th or something. That date is real strange. I don't know. I don't know. It be before the 20th and the 21st. But when I get them checks, it don't say none of y'all name. And I ain't talking about y'all. Y'all know I ain't talking about y'all. I love y'all. I'm talking about the haters, the ones that was she boring. Don't nobody want to listen to her. Baby, them checks ain't got y'all name on there. They don't. So I just want to tell her, like, hey, keep going, keep pushing, block out that outside noise. I said, don't let nobody tell you what to do with your platform. When it comes to being a content creator, baby, it's your world. It's your world. Do what you want to do. Okay? You do what aligns with you, whatever that may be. You could be whoever you want to be on this internet. And that could be a good thing. It can be a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Some people get on here and fake the funk. Some people get on here and they be real and be themselves. And that's another thing that I tell my students. Like, a lot of my success has came from me being myself. I can't be nobody else but me. And in real life and on this internet. Tanya said, likewise. Real Spill said, I agree. She said, y'all do really good content with each other. Yes, that's my sis. And then when everybody was saying, oh, they must be mad. They must be mad. They ain't did no videos together, or we ain't seen them together. Baby, my child done turned me every which way but loose. That senior year or whatever, her senior year. Tanya had already told me that I was going to be busy. She already prepared me for it. Or, you know, I wasn't prepared like that. But, like, I wasn't prepared like that. But she had already told me, like, girl, you about to be so busy. It's your baby's senior year. You finna be so busy. So that's why we wasn't creating content, because I was busy. And it was so crazy. This how you know when it's just like God, when you know God is in the midst of something or whatever. As soon as we got back together after all that time of not doing no content together, because I'm busy, obviously, and Tanya was busy or whatever. You know, y'all know my sis be working and hustling. But baby, we got back together like clockwork, did what we did, went viral, the both of us. You know what I'm saying? And it don't even be forced, you know, just like you said, Real Spill, we work well together. We work good together. It's not forced. Like, we get together, we do what we do. And I just was talking about Tanya to somebody because April, It was April, because I was telling April how when me and Tanya first started working together, you know, this stuff like on the back end that people don't see, or behind the scenes. When we first started working together, we made an agreement with each other that we not gonna exchange no money. We not finna ask each other about no money. Y'all know money will make or break some people. You know what I'm saying? And so we made an agreement like, hey, we're gonna work together, we're gonna do this, we're gonna help build each other up, we're gonna support each other or whatever. When it come to money, we're not we not doing that. Okay, whatever you make, if we link up and we do a video together, what you make, that's yours. What I make is mine. If you make something and I don't, I'm not asking you for nothing. I'm not looking to you for nothing. That's yours, and vice versa. When we linked up and if I go viral and I make money and Tanya don't, she's not coming to me like, oh, well, sis, you know, I was in that video. You know, I helped you with that video, or I was in that video, like, where my portion, or where my little percentage. We do not do that, because we never wanted anything to come in between us. You know what I'm saying? We never wanted money to come in between us or whatever. So we made that pact and that agreement at the very beginning, y'all. And when I tell y'all, it's what, 3 years later, because we did our first skit in 2022. August, to be exact, I remember. But we did our first skit in August of 2022. Here we are 3 years later. We ain't fell out. We ain't even had no disagreement about no money, no working together, no none of that, because we already had said that at the beginning, and we both stood on it. Like, we both stood on it. And what I was telling April was, I just love how I know I'm not working with nobody shady. I'm not working with nobody who she gonna go back on her word. And she ain't working with nobody where I'm gonna go back on my word and be like, well, Tanya, you know I was in that video. You know I was in that video, and you know, like, what you gonna give me for that or whatever, or oh yeah, I had helped you with this, what you gonna give me? Like, we don't do that shady shit. We don't do that. And I love that about our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Our sisterhood. So whoever, I just wanted to share that with y'all, because, you know, like I said, I was telling April that like a couple of days ago, I was talking to her and I had shared that with her or whatever. And that's just something that's so important when you working with people, when you collaborating with people, or when you're building something like she and I have built with each other or whatever. You got to make sure, even the whole time, I told April this too, and she could tell y'all, I said the whole time that I was busy with my baby, Tanya didn't treat me no different. She didn't feel like, oh, well, Ambrielle too busy running around with her child. She can't even work now. You know what I'm saying? Like, she gave me my space to get my child through her senior year. She went bugging me like, hey, well, can you squeeze time in for us to work, or can you squeeze time in for us to do this? Like, she gave me my space, you know what I'm saying, and respected that, okay, she about to be real busy. And like I said, she had already told me last summer when we was in Detroit, she told me like, girl, you about to have a busy year ahead of you when school go back. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure that when you working with people or you linking with people, is people like that. You know what I'm saying? People that ain't finna cross you for a fucking dollar. Okay? Like, people that ain't finna be like, hey, you got that? I was in your video now. I need something. We don't do that. And I'm just glad that, you know, like, she stood on her word, I stood on my word, and it's still good people out there. Yes, absolutely. Ray said, hey, cousin. He said, hey, good food. Calm down. You finna roast her cousin. Let me see. Oh, you said, hey, cousin Ray. What, Naya? Hold on, girl. I'm about to get off. Wait, Pooh. See you at the family reunion. No, I'm not married. None of that. And we talk about ideas and not people. We sure do. When we sit down and we talk about our stuff. Let me me see what my nephew said. Would you get money or help a homeless person? I would do both, nephew. I would do both, TJ. I would get money and I would help homeless people, and I have done both. Right, Tanya. Yeah, when we sit down, it just be like it be like go time, y'all. Even on Tanya's birthday, them videos that we did that went viral, that was on Tanya's birthday. Like, turn this one on. That was literally on her birthday. Like, we got together. I had treated her for her birthday. We got together and then we came up with an idea or whatever. We literally did 4 videos right after we got done eating for her birthday. And I told y'all we the dynamic duo, baby. Okay, when it comes to these skits, we gonna do what we do. Sweet Pea says some mutual understanding. Absolutely. And you know, Sweet Pea, the thing is, some people will go back on that. Like, they'll agree on something and then they'll be like, yeah, I know. Y'all, even last year, y'all know I've been very transparent about my content journey. I'm always transparent. I don't share my personal life with y'all, but I tell y'all about my content journey because I know that there's so many aspiring content creators out there, people that want to do this, and so it's important for me to be transparent. But even last year, whatever, when Facebook started playing with my money and stuff like that, before I opted into this new program that they have, even last year when I stopped making money, I wasn't looking to Tanya like Tanya videos was still going viral. She was still doing good. I was not looking to her like, well, sis, you know, they playing with my views, you know, they're not pushing my content out. What you got for me? You know, I be in your videos. Like, no. Tanya videos was doing crazy numbers. And my stuff wasn't even getting pushed out. I was just like, hey, shoot, I'll recycle them. Don't even worry about it. Look, they ain't do nothing now. I'm going to repost them again. So a lot of those videos that y'all are seeing now, it's videos that we did last year or whatever. And my videos didn't hit like that. You know, I didn't get the views on them that I expected. So I'm dropping them again a year later. And you got to be a person who understand, like, when it's your turn, it's your turn. When it's not your turn, you need to, while you wait, congratulate. You know what I'm saying? Tanya didn't pick up no weird energy. I can say this and she can vouch for it. She didn't pick up no weird energy off of me. When she called me and said, hey, sis, can we link up or whatever? I need to use Jayla or whatever, you know, like for this skit idea that I got. Okay, when you need her. Okay, I'm bringing up. I wouldn't even own no type of energy. Like, some people that you be working with, I've worked with people like this, so I can speak on it. Some people that you be working with, when they stuff ain't hitting, they ain't trying to help you keep rising up because their stuff is not moving. They stuff ain't popping like that. So in their mind, they like, shoot, I ain't finna help her. I'm not even getting paid like that. Why I'm gonna make this a priority and I'm not getting paid like that? Like, she cannot tell y'all that she felt any ounce of jealousy from me, any ounce of me acting funny or none of that or whatever, because I don't operate and move like that. When she called me and she needed me or wanted to do some videos, okay, where we meeting at? I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? Because again, when it's your turn, it's your turn. When it's not your turn, stop hating. Stop hating. A lot of y'all, it ain't gonna never be your turn because you need to get that hate up out your heart. Quit hating and congratulate the next person. Your turn gonna come around. But y'all, I'm about to get off of here. Real Spill said, I've definitely seen it on here plenty of times. Yeah, people do it all the time, Real Spill. Like I said, even, you know, like a person we was working with or whatever, their page was not monetized at a certain amount at a particular time or whatever. And when we was trying to get together and work and stuff like that, it just wasn't a priority to them because your page wasn't monetized. But you got to understand, some things are temporary, y'all. And a lot of times what we do, we act on temporary emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like we act out on a temporary situation. This is temporary. This ain't permanent. Even now, y'all, like my money on Facebook or whatever and my views over there on Facebook, it's still low. It's not like the money that I was once making or whatever. But if you go look over there right now, I'm still posting. Them people done took 4,000 followers from me. I had 369,000 followers. Go look at my page right now. I got 365. They done took 4,000 followers from me in a month's time. But I still keep showing up. I still keep posting over there because I know that it's temporary. And even if it ain't temporary, I know that God got something bigger for me. I just talked about that with Cliff today or whatever. I was like, if they gonna keep playing with my views and playing with my money or whatever, it's time for me to excel to something bigger. I need to start getting into brand deals. I need to start looking into sponsorships and making my money another way. Like, I'm just one of them type of people. Like, I try to take the lesson from something and feel like, you know what? It's another way to do this. It's always another way. Ain't nobody gonna ever tell me that it ain't. I don't care what it is in life. I'm always gonna feel like it's another way to do this. You just need to find it. You need to find the route. You need to find the way. You need to find the path. It's another way to do it. So that's the talk I was having with him today while I was out working. I was like, babe, you know what? God could be trying to show me something in this or whatever, and I just need to pray and keep asking him what it is, because people are still making money on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? But again, it may be time for me to go a different direction. And I'm not saying a different direction like, oh, I need to get off of this app. No, I don't put blood, sweat, and tears into this page. And so I'm going to keep growing it. I'm not finna stop right now. But it might be time for me to get into doing brand deals, you know, and stuff like that. Ray said bars drop, mic drop. Hey Corey, how you doing? But I love y'all. My baby is waiting on me. And I gotta go live on TikTok at 10 p.m. I hope y'all come over and join us. But she waiting on me because she want me to try some viral stuff with her that she been worrying me for a week to take her to Sam's. Last night we supposed to went and we looked it up and Sam's were closed, and I was so damn glad. I was too glad. I said, ooh, I ain't tell her though. I said, dang, Pooh, they closed. She was like, oh, for real? I said, mm-hmm. She was like, oh, when they close? I said, say 8 o'clock. I said, it's 8:16. And she was like, oh, dang. I was saying in my head, I'm so glad they closed. I didn't want to go anyways. So I've been promising her I'm going to take her. So I took her to Sam's today. Y'all know my other two teenagers, one of them at work and the other one at their friend house or whatever. They be gone. They don't be bothering me, but she be under me, stuck to me like glue or whatever. So I be trying to get her out the house or whatever and do stuff with her that she be want to do. I said, you want to go eat or whatever, since today Friday, like go to a restaurant and sit down and eat? And she was like, no, my hair isn't done. So we didn't do that. So we just went to Sam's, and then she wanted Raising Cane's. So I took her to get her Raising Cane's, and now she want me to try this stuff with her. So I'm about to go in here and have me buying shit that she ain't finna. Child, let me just stop there before I get mad. Be fighting the air. Have me buying stuff that she knows she is not finna use more than one time. Like, that stuff gonna be in the refrigerator 2 months from now. Shoot. But I love y'all. I will see y'all on the next live. I missed y'all, so that's why I hopped on here to chat with y'all for a minute, because y'all know I was going live on my way to work. But I don't work no more. But anyway, so I said, not right. Tanya, that bland shit. Shit's so bland. But she put this little sauce on it or whatever. She be seeing stuff on TikTok. Oh, the girl put hot sauce in her cane sauce, and then she dipped her nuggets, her tenders in it. So she just be seeing stuff and she want to try it. Real Spill said, blessings everyone. But yeah, I'll see y'all on the next live or whatever. But y'all come to TikTok. If y'all on TikTok, come to TikTok and show me some love. Be like, hey, Ambrielle, I'm over here from YouTube. But I will catch y'all on the